Alright, we are at Theodore Roosevelt National Park now, and here's the first hike that we did, and as you can see there's a bison over there, and it was also very windy, and I'm going to get a wind muff thingy-mingy at some point because you can't hear crap almost in the entire video. There are just prairie dogs everywhere. We're walking through Prairie Dog City here. I almost stepped on that snake as we were walking. So we're walking along our trail here, and there's a big bison pretty much right in front of our path there. So we're going to try and just go widely around it, I guess. So there he is, just standing on our trail. We're trying to hike up this mountain to get around him. So there's the trail, and this is us kind of coming up the mountain. There's the bison down there. We're going to continue to try and walk around up this hill to get around him. It was actually a very pretty hike, and also it was hands down the craziest hike that we've ever been on. There was so much wildlife here, but it was worth it, and just check out these cool views. You can see that the bison is just blocking the path, and to the right there's a cliff, left there's a mountain. Really annoying, but don't worry. I took care of him. And that guy, like, really smelled, trust me. I kind of like to get a point of view of the hike sometimes, so I'll just hold the camera as I walk along for a little while so you can kind of get an idea of what the hike would be like if you hike it someday. So in the park, there's a pretty good scenic drive, and one of the pull-offs that you can stop at is this one, and it's Big Bend Overlook. And this is probably one of the most beautiful parts of the park. And you can see there's the Big Bend. It's a big river kind of going through the park, and you'll see that it bends around. And just very, very, very pretty. And once again, there are just so many bison in this park. Like, literally, like, causing traffic. Look at this guy, just walking in the middle of the road, in the rain, blocking traffic. Come on, bro, get over. At least go the speed limit. Come on. Come on. Hurry up. Move over. There you go. Moved over. On our way back, coming the other direction, we see that same bison. And I wanted to make sure I got a video of him taking a piss for you, so got that in there. There were also these wild horses that were blocking the road. We got this video after they moved off the road. It was kind of interesting. They're just like kicking the shit out of each other all the whole time here. Look at that. So the next hike that we did was the Petrified Forest Loop. And if you thought that first hike was crazy, this one is about 10 times crazier. But in the beginning it was very nice, and you get to see some cool petrified wood. As you can see, Claire's touching it to make sure it's really petrified. And there's some pretty cool formations at the first part of the hike. And some good views, too. So we're walking along the hike, and what do you know? More bison. Sorry for the shaky cam. I tried to zoom in a little bit. And these things are a lot closer than they look on camera. A little bit later on the road, you'll see that now there's a damn horse on the road. Another wild horse. I was gonna, just go over there, tame it, and ride it myself, but Claire said we didn't have time. It was also raining, and so we wanted to get through this hike as soon as we could. So we continue to walk along the path, and there's some more animals in our way. And there's not one, not two, not three, but a whole herd of bison in our path. Look at that, there's like 100 of them. You can see our path just going right through them. And if you look way out there in the distance, that little stick you can barely see, that's where we're supposed to go. Right through the herd of bison. So we decided to try and go to the right of the trail, off trail, to go around these bison. And here we are, just past the bison, so we made it. We tried not to die, we didn't die. It was good. It's always a good hike. That's like my number one goal when hiking, is not to die. Number two, have a good time and look at some cool views. But you can see there are just hundreds of bison in our way. And it was pretty cool seeing all those bison, but it was a little bit scary too. I also could have sworn I saw like a coyote run by too, right along the side that we were going to try and cross these bison here. So we continue to walk down the trail, hoping that this is the last of our bison troubles. Oh no, we are just getting warmed up. So we start to walk down this kind of a steep hill, and what do you know? There's 3 bison literally laying on the trail. So I see if I can get a little bit closer, get a closer look. Maybe I can go around them, and then boom, they all just stand up and start looking at me. So I was like, oh shit. So I walk back a little bit, and I was like, okay, we're not going down through that trail. You can see they're literally standing on the path right there. So we honestly, from here, I can see a few different trails in the distance, and we're honestly not sure which one's the right one. So we go way off trail, climb down some hills, and make it around them. And as you can see in this super shaky zoomed in camera here, there we go, whoa, holy crap. There's the bison up there. And we basically climbed down this hill, and yes, it was not shallow. It was very steep, and we almost died, but we made it. And look at this. This is your reward. Look at this view. Probably the best view of the whole park right there. Beautiful clouds, green, very nice. Theodore Roosevelt, which, the park is named after Theodore Roosevelt, came here when in his late 20s. He used to live in New York. I think his wife and his mother died both in the same year. And he came over here to be a rancher in North Dakota. And he basically said that it saved his life. And that's what spurred him on to be the environmental president that he was and founder of the national parks. So you guys should come here, check it. So as we continued along our journey, there was another herd of bison. And unfortunately, this herd of bison was kind of on a plateau, and there was really no way safely to go around them. So we went way, way off trail down here. You can see we actually climbed down those multicolored rocks there, and there was not a good foothold, and it was super sketchy, but we climbed down them. We kind of walked around those rocks there, and you'll see I get some good shots of my finger here. There we go. It's a good looking finger. And we climbed down into that ditch up there through those bushes and trees and kind of came up on the other side. But it was kind of cool because we actually ran into kind of a hidden petrified forest. As you can see, there's one piece right there, which is super cool. And after we got through that second herd of buffalo, we came into the next north side of the petrified forest. And it was quite pretty. I kind of like it a little bit better than the south side. I feel like there are bigger pieces of petrified wood. So here we go, kind of walking through it so you can see what it was like. And then at the very end of the trail, we get to see a little bit more wildlife. We see some, I think they're pronghorned deer. Don't quote me on that, but there you go, running away. I scared them off because, you know, I'm a pretty scary guy. I went up to get a picture of this bison right there. He was about to charge at me, stood my ground, and he backed off. And then at the end of the day, just sat back, relaxed, had a Corona. It was very, very relaxing.